Sheinkin at the Princeton Book Festival, and I am with Samantha Berger.
Hi.
And how are you today, loveliness?
I love the Princeton Book Festival. It's the greatest event. There's so many people here who are passionate about books and so many incredible authors and illustrators and book creators. It's making me a little emotional.
It's to die for, really. If you were going to play one character in a children's play, who would you play in any of your books?
Any of my books?
Sloth?
I would think I would have to go with Snuggleford Cuttlebun. She's the star of Snooze Fest. And this is a book that's really a love letter to sleep.
Really?
So to people who love sleeping and pajamas. And so, I don't think it would be that much of a reach for me.
As we see right here, everybody, she has a sleeping cap on.
I do have a sleeping cap on. I would have worn pajamas. That would have been appropriate.
Hello, everybody. This is Katja Shevchuk from KidLit TV, and I am here with Brian Biggs. So, Brian, if you had to choose one character, who would you choose to be your favorite?
Probably the robot Clink.
And why is that?
He's made out of a trash can. He's goofy. He has a Casio keyboard. He's really emotional. He's just a fun character to draw.
And Roxie Munro. So, Roxie, you are a KidLit TV Storymakers alum. Now, what have you been working on ever since you last been on Storymakers?
Well, this book has come out, the Market Maze, which is a maze and a game book and a finding book, and it explains where your food comes from.
So if you were shopping in the market, what was actually some tips you could give people for shopping at the market?
Well, I think as this book shows, it's best to buy local produce and things from your neighborhood or from the farms around rather than something that was shipped from the other side of the world, the other side of the country.
Well, with Sergio Ruzzier. So what was your most favorite adventure that your mice have gone on?
The shipwreck.
Oh.
They're there, happily, at least one of the two, happily on the boat, and then what happens? They hit 3 rocks. They make 2 holes in the boat, and they have a bad shipwreck.
Oh no!
So here, I actually was tempted to end the story here and make them drown, but then I thought, so they actually escape, and they actually find an island, and then it goes on. But yes, I think that was the most fun to draw.
So, Robin, has there been anybody who's been suspicious at this festival yet?
Lots of people have been suspicious, yes.
Who's been the most suspicious?
Do you really want me to tell you?
Yes.
Well, she has cat ears and a mustache and a red bow tie.
Me? If you were doing any kind of detective work, how would you solve the crime? I mean, in your skills.
Well, I would use the help of my detectives. Captain Griswold and Detective Wilcox. They're very good at what they're doing, and so I would do that.
Nick Bruel. So, Nick, what inspired you to write about cats? Because, I'm a huge fan of cats. But what inspired you to write about cats?
Well, they're a pretty great animal to write stories.
They are.
And I guess they already have a long history of in children's book literature, but the way I always like to put it is this way. It doesn't matter how loving or affectionate they may be. It doesn't matter how much they may like to rub up against your leg or even sleep peacefully in your lap. They all have a dark side.
Yes, they do.
A dark side that I've tapped into that's created the personality of Bad Kitty that's allowed me to do so many books about her.
Deborah Freedman. So, Deborah, I recently heard that your book won the Parents' Choice Award.
I am thrilled.
And I heard you didn't know anything about it.
I didn't. I am the last person to hear about things like this.
We're going to talk about Frog, because how did you get inspired to write about Frog?
Well, I actually started with Mouse because I'm a little more mouse-like than frog-like. But I think there's a little bit of me in each character. Some days I feel like Frog, and some days I feel like Mouse. And when I was writing the book, my editor and I laughed that we were taking turns being each character. Like, I would be Mouse-like, and she'd say, just loosen up and be Frog. Or I'd be too Frog-like, and she'd be, come on, rein it in.
I am with David Biedrzycki at the Princeton Book Festival in Princeton, New Jersey, to talk about his book. You want to say the title?
Breaking news, bear alert.
So what is this book all about?
It starts off with a nature show program that goes into a bear's den to film live. They walk in, Meanwhile, a kid across town turns on the TV. It's his favorite show, which is Our Furry Planet. The host of the show goes in, and on live TV, he wakes up a hibernating bear. The bear does not like being poked in the nose with a stick. Neither would me or you, okay? So what happens is then all of a sudden, the show is interrupted by a breaking news story on TV, and we see the bears coming into town on the top of the truck, okay? Also coming into truck are 2 burglars. They are stealing stuff left, right, and sideways throughout the story, and they have with them a little kitty. The little kitty is the mastermind of the operation.
Oh no, of course.
Absolutely.
If you would pick one song to sing about your bears, what would that be?
Oh, let me see. You Shook Me All Night Long.
Sing it for me!
You shook me all night long. Dun, dun, dun.
I am with my And I heard that you're going to be on Storymakers for KidLit TV, and that's so exciting. What do you feel about it?
I am super, super excited. Big Rocco fan, big KidLit TV fan.
So tell me about this little cute guy right here.
Yeah, this is my little friend Elliot. He's a polka dotted elephant. He's pretty tiny. He loves cupcakes. He loves living in the big city. Yeah, and he's very huggable.
I see that.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, so what inspired you to write about little Elliot here?
Well, in the first book, there's a scene where Elliot tries to buy a cupcake and no one can see him. And that's an experience that happened to me when I was little. I actually went to a deli on an errand and they couldn't see me over the counter until someone helped me. So the book is about perspective and friendship, right? So Elliot meets a little friend who's even smaller than him, who puts everything in perspective for him.
Adam Lehrhaupt. Say it right?
Lehrhaupt.
Lehrhaupt. Let me ask you a little bit about your book. The other one was Please Do Not Open This Book. This one is Please Open This Book.
Yes. Well, see, the first one was written by me. And I was worried that when you opened it, the monkeys would get out. The new book was written by the monkeys, who had a book slammed shut on them. I know, who would close a book? But someone did it. And now the monkeys want you to keep their book open.
So, what song would you sing with these monkeys?
Hammer Time.
Sing it for me.
Oh, I don't know the words. I just know the little hammer dance.
Hello, everybody. This is Katja Shevchuk from KidLit TV, and I am with KidLit TV's story maker, Rita Williams-Garcia. So to talk about this wonderful book on Crazy in Alabama, and what inspired you to write all about Alabama?
The wonderful thing about Alabama is that the history is so rich. You have all of these different peoples coming together, Native American, African American, Africans, and European Americans. And so I just thought this was a good opportunity to kind of tell an American story about how people come together, whether it's in brutality or in love and family connection. But the history was just so great, I had to really go for it. And I think I did that in Gone Crazy.
And you know what? These girls have so much, adventure in them. And what song would you sing with them? If you had to choose one song, here she goes, everybody. She's starting to sing.
Okay, we got a song. What kind of song is this? It's an Alabama song, crazy Alabama song with Big Ma and Ma Charles. With Big Ma, Ma Charles, everybody else, but I can't tell you who because I'm going to ruin it if I tell you who's in it. So it's an Alabama song, crazy Alabama song. Sing along.
Liza Gardner Walsh, right here. And Hazel Mitchell, right here. As an illustrator, what is your biggest inspiration?
My biggest inspiration, I guess I have to say, it's the manuscript. It's the words that the writers give me. That's where it starts. And if I like it, that's where the ideas.
I liked hers. And same question for you. As a writer, what's your biggest inspiration?
The biggest inspiration for me is the kids that I get to read. I was a children's librarian and a preschool teacher, so when I read a book and I see the expression on a kid's face and work with them, talk to them about fairies and see the magic in their eyes, that makes it all just worth it.
Hello, everybody. This is Katja Shevchuk from KidLit TV at the Princeton Book Festival with the one and only Ame Dyckman. So what are you working on right now?
Oh my goodness! Right now, we just announced Zach and I our third book. So Read the Book Lemmings will come to you in 18.
Whoa.
Yes, right. And we're gearing up for Horrible Bear, our next one to come out. So
And I'm going to ask you this. So Wolfie goes on this great adventure, like trying to find, just to fit in with the family. Now, what song would you make Wolfie sing?
oh my goodness! Let's see. Wolfie could sing "We Are Family."
You want to sing for us? You got it? Yes.
Okay. Wow. I didn't even plan this. Oh, okay. How's it go? We
are family.
Da-da-da-da-da. All of my sister Dot and me.
Yay, we did it. So, who would you say you're most relatable to?
Oh my gosh, to my characters?
Yes.
Oh goodness. Well, I'm very much Dot. I would definitely tell a bear I would eat his toes. But you guys won't believe how much I am the little girl in Horrible Bear.
Really?
We joke that it's semi-autobiographical because she shouts first and sorries later, and that unfortunately is a little bit me. But I think there's a little bit of you in all of your characters as a writer.
Hello, this is Katja Shevchuk at the Princeton Book Festival with Zach Ohora. So, Zach, what have you been working on?
Lots of stuff. My latest book, My Cousin Momo, and lots of fun books with Ame Dyckman, all kinds of goodies.
If you were to choose a song for your character, what song would that be?
It would have to be something maybe from Rushmore, because there's some influence from Rushmore in there. So,
If you were to take My Cousin Momo on an adventure, what adventure would you go on?
that would be, well, anywhere, because he can fly. He's a flying squirrel, so anywhere he felt like going that he could take me along with him. Yeah.
So what was your biggest inspiration when you first started writing?
The fact that I used to write textbooks, and they're terrible and very boring. And so when I see my people out here, I think I don't want to write boring stuff for them. I want to write stuff that's cool, but I still want it to be, I love history and nonfiction, so I feel like those books should be just as exciting as the novels.
And what is your most favorite book that you have ever written?
That's tough. That's like asking my favorite child. You're not really allowed to answer that. But my first baby, about Benedict Arnold, who I personally love, maybe that might be my favorite. I don't really want them to hear, though.
We'll keep it a secret between everybody.